Hey readers, are you guys ready to change your thinking? Yeah, me too. So we're going to read this story, Grandfather Twilight. And I know that our job is to take everything that's already in our schema, what you already know in your brain. So wow, the way that we analyze character and setting, how we think about the main idea and key details, even predictions. We're going to keep it all in our brain so we can grow our thinking and our ideas might change as we read this story. So it's called Grandfather Twilight. And let's just begin with what you think the story is going to be about. So let the front cover send messages up your arm to your brain to send you messages. And I'll show you the back cover. Yeah, and the title is called Grandfather Twilight. So what do you think at the beginning? In the beginning, I'm thinking that this story is an imaginary story because this guy, I think he's the grandfather, he sort of looks like it's a dream. But his pet dog, maybe that's his pet or just an animal he found, that doesn't look like a dream. So I'm thinking maybe this is an imaginary story about a pet's dream. What are you thinking? Yeah, go ahead, give yourselves a booyah, booyah. Grandfather Twilight. And this story is written by Barbara Berger. And so she's going to give us clues to help us change our thinking, but we're also going to use our brain to change our thinking. Grandfather Twilight lives among the trees. So I'm looking at the picture. This is the character from the beginning. There's a dog and a cat, and it looks like he's reading something. When day is done, he closes his book, combs his beard, and puts on his jacket. Where are you thinking he might go? Keep that in your brain. Next, he opens a wooden chest that is filled with an endless strand of pearls. He lifts the strand, takes one pearl from it, and closes the chest again. Well, now I'm thinking maybe he's a jewelry collector, or because this is an imaginary story, maybe he collects dreams. It's a little bit different now that I'm viewing a chest of glowing pearls. Then, holding the pearl in his hand, Grandfather Twilight goes for a walk. The pearl grows larger with every step. Leaves begin to whisper. Little birds hush. Well, touch your brain. What are you thinking now? I want to hear your thoughts. Go ahead and share them with me or share them with someone next to you. Because at first, I was thinking that this was going to be about the dog's dream. But my thinking's changed. My ideas are changing. So I want to hear what you're thinking. Keep that in your brain. We're going to read. Find out. Ooh, and then this page has no words. And so sometimes that means that we really need to stop on this page to read the picture. So let's see what I see. I see a dog. He's leading the man, and the man has a cane. And there's a trail in the forest. But the biggest thing I'm noticing is that the pearl is growing, and the man behind him is almost leaving like it looks like a cloud or a sunset to me. So because this story is fiction, fake, I knew that at the beginning, but now I'm thinking, is the man in charge of the weather? Maybe it's a story about a man in the sky who's in charge of weather? Look at the picture again. Notice the detail of the stream. And yeah, looks like he's creating the sky. So now what do we see? Well, looks like the man is peering over where he's stopped. pearl has grown. The sky is full of clouds. The sun looks like it's setting. Gently, he gives the pearl to the silence above the sea. So what does the pearl stand for? What did it represent? The moon. Then Grandfather Twilight goes home again. I'm thinking that these pages must have been really important, the ones without writing on them, because they filled the entire frame. Look, there's not a lot of white space. But then as he's going back to his house or the cottage that he's staying in, the picture gets smaller. I think that was the illustrator's way of telling us that those were really important pages. He gets ready for bed. What's he doing as he gets ready for bed? Yeah, putting on his robe, lighting his candle. And he goes to sleep. Good night. Wow, that story is way different than I thought it was going to be about. So at the beginning, I'm going to show you guys. At the beginning, my idea, I was using what I knew about reading a picture and what I remember in other stories. And at the beginning, the idea that I had was that we were going to learn about the dog's dream, because this man, the coloring on the illustration looked imaginary. And then as I kept reading the story, my idea kept changing, and I learned that we weren't talking about dreams, but it was a story about a man in the sky who puts the moon in the air. Yeah, and he kind of helped create the weather. So that was a fiction story. So as we synthesize this story, a great way to think about how your ideas changed is to write about it. So you could use these sentence stems. I want you to write, "At first I thought," and share. What did you think at first? And then I want you to write a sentence that says, "But now I'm thinking," and tell me how your thinking changed. And then this way you can share it with the person reading your writing and discuss how your thinking has changed. Bye, readers.